hopefully you get to a place. My friend Brian Garrity, who's a great, great actor, and he's, he was a co-pilot in Flight, and he's worked in Boardwalk Empire and Big Sky, and like he's delivered so many great performances. And he, I think, says this great thing, which is that when he gets cast for a part, he starts to work on it with the director and really starts to break it down. And if it needs no work and it's totally clear from the script, beautiful. But if he has some questions, he wants to add some things, he needs some help with, understanding motivations and whatnot. He's like, I want to give the director enough time to either, for us to figure out what's not exactly working, or for them to recast me. Mm-hmm. And I think that's like a really healthy way to look at it. And that, so if you're on a set and you're like, this isn't working and they're not happy with it, or I'm not happy, I'm not giving them what they want, it's a bad place to be. I don't, unless it's such a great director where that their like track record is so good and they're like, trust me, like I'm happy. You might not be happy, but I'm happy. Then you just let go and you like pray. And you're like, well, he's never embarrassed an actor before. He probably won't again. Right. But like that, because that can happen, but you have to be in great hands for that.
Well, speaking of directors, you just recently got cast in a Christopher Nolan project, and some people are probably familiar with his work. He's a newer director, starting to.
He's done okay, right?
Yeah, you may have heard of him.
I really love how you've talked, and it's clear you're a professional. Like you said, any job that comes in, you pull it out. You're going to read it. You're going to treat it with dedication. Do you feel, when it comes to scale of projects, like, do you feel more weight stepping into something like that? Like someone who you do, obviously, I'm assuming someone that you respect as a filmmaker, someone you probably sat there and gone, I can't imagine working with them. And now you're sitting here gearing up for this. Is there like another level of pressure that you're carrying, especially sharing it with cast that, the cast list is incredible?
And then here's the guy from Drake and Josh. Like, what's he doing? Yes, you feel a lot of pressure because you want it to be great, because it's capable of being great. With certain things you're doing, if you're doing a sitcom or something like that, I mean, granted, there have been some brilliant sitcoms, but if you're just making something that's just like a little bit more kind of mindless or what have you, that the ceiling for it to be great is only, it's at a certain level. And even if Pacino, the greatest actor ever, with the material within the medium, could only make it so good. Yeah. But like with something like a Nolan movie, yeah, it can be great, and he's setting you up to be great. Yeah. So all you have to do is rise to the occasion and be prepared. And you feel those nerves until you get there on the day. And then you realize you're just like, oh, this is just like anything else. It's just the best version of it.
Right. I mean, like that's a crazy day to walk on set and go, oh, I'm surrounded by greatness, everywhere.
Oh yeah. But the best part is you work with a guy like Cillian, he's like one of our greatest actors. And then he's a gem of a person. You're like, oh, thank God. Like, thank God you're great and nice.
Right.
I've heard some nightmare stories of people who are probably really fantastic actors, who are definitely really fantastic actors, but not super great.
Name them here.
I'd much rather you name them, because we'd get some good viral content out of this.